Oh, just a full version? Oh crap.
Look at it and then I'll put a beep on. Okay.
Ramen was closed, which was our choice for a delicious dinner meal.
Video ramen.
It's like bread.
Ramen was closed, the video. So Olivia, you should really like revel in this moment because when I'm sitting down for the time, got a short neck to do a shot.
Oh my, you know what?
Like I'm not being a jerk. This is the actual truth.
I don't know the
You've
Disneyland vlog.
been in like a lot of my vlogs. You've just never been in frame, and I feel really bad when I'm editing it. And like you'll say something really funny, but we can't see you. Hey, look, you're in shot. Quick cut. So we made it to the escape room and getting ready to go inside. It's gonna be a neato day. Hey there guys, what is up? It's me, Riley, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what I just did, which was the Attack on Titan escape room. Now, this vlog was intended to be its full-on separate own thing vlog. Hang on, my rear end is buzzing. This was gonna be its own shtick, but I wasn't able to get enough footage because I'm not allowed to film inside the escape room, so I figured, hey, I might as well just talk to you guys about the escape room. Don't worry, no spoilers. I don't want to spoil it for you. This is like, if you are thinking about going, like what to kind of expect and my thoughts on what I experienced. Overall, it is one of the most amazing general experiences that I've had in 2017 so far. I mean, it's a memory that I think will stick with me for the rest of my life, hanging out there and going through an escape room with all my friends. I would say the first major thing is that to get the fullest enjoyment out of this is to watch Attack on Titan and have as many people as possible in your group have watched Attack on Titan, because it just adds so much more what's a good word? Like nerd freak outage, I don't know, throughout the whole experience. Like when they give you the Survey Corps capes when you first walk in, like that was amazing. Like we're all putting on the Survey Corps capes, and they have this thing where if they say, give your heart for the cause, and then you have to do the proper salute, and it's so cool. So aesthetically, the night was just amazing, and like, you know, it's a standard escape room, and it's not huge, and the special effects, I mean, they're not like super great, but like, it's still enough to be like, wow, this is really cool. The whole point is that if you're a fan of Attack on Titan, like, you're gonna geek out, and the question is, well, do I have to be the biggest fan of Attack on Titan to have a lot of fun? No, you can have fun if you're not super into Attack on Titan. I started watching the series specifically for this event. My friend told me that we were gonna do it, so for like the weeks leading up to it, I just binge watched the series. I'm still on the last 2 episodes, but just by watching the series through once, completely outside of like kind of the world of hype that was Attack on Titan back in 2014, I still got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I'm sure I would have even if I hadn't watched the series, but still, encourage people in your group to watch the show if they haven't already, and the escape room experience will just be way more enhanced. Now, as an escape room, I would say save 1 or 2 minor details, it was perfect. It's exactly what I would want from an escape room. It was still challenging and difficult to where we had moments where we were completely lost and scratching our heads, but we were always able to pull it together in the end and figure it out. The puzzles are great. It seemed like it was a little artificially extended, but looking back, I think it was about a perfect length. Like that final bum rush for the final goal was pretty darn awesome. First of all, I probably should have said this in the very beginning, but the staff there is amazing. They're kind, they're accommodating, they're just generally awesome. They seem like people who like the show themselves, or they're just generally enjoying what they're doing. They're nice, they're in character too, but then like not too in character to where like if you're really struggling, they'll like kind of help you out. But like for purists out there, I don't mean like they'll say, you should check this. It's perfectly subtle. Now, all that aside, it's not perfect. There were 2 moments in particular that I feel like kind of BS'd us a little bit and kind of was the reason why we didn't actually succeed in the escape room. At one point, we needed to solve a puzzle, but there wasn't a cue that was strong enough to let us know that we had actually succeeded in solving the puzzle. There was an an audio cue that would have told us that we solved it, but only one of us heard it, and because they were the only ones that heard it, they didn't think it was anything, and I actually discovered it on accident, like, about 10 minutes later. So then once we got to, like, the final bum rush, it was way too late. And then with that final bum rush, you need to do something that seems like it kind of contradicts directly with kind of rules that were previously stated, and it's something that just seems like you can't do that. Other than us missing the audio cue, which was kind of 50-50 their part and our part, and then like at the very end having to do something very obscure that means messing with something we're specifically told not to do. Those two things together are the reasons why we weren't able to make it to the end, but the people that were nice enough to be like, okay, you were so close, let's just finish it out. So after we failed, we had to sign out that we failed and we didn't make it on any leaderboards. They still let us see the ending, and we got to essentially slay the Titans and win the day. And that was a lot of fun. I didn't feel like it was too cheaty. I didn't feel like we, you know, it wasn't deserved. It was a perfect balance. Now, I'm not saying that that's gonna happen to you. I'm just saying that, again, that's kudos to the people who run the event. Like, hey, that's really darn good of you guys to see that we were so close and not just be like, all right, out of the pool, you know, like that was a really weak whistle. I'd just be like, all right, yeah, you're really close, so let's just take you to that last step and see what's going on here. Because, you know, it is expensive. It's $35 for each person on the run through. Now, with the question of whether or not I would ever do it again, I was legitimately considering it, but I mean, doing an escape room twice, even if it's as amazing as the experience that I had, even though I might debate it because of how good it was, it still wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna go spend $30 to do that again with that group of friends. But then I saw that they're doing a remixed version of it. I'm talking to the group, and I'm trying to convince them to do the remixed version, like, next month. I definitely want to do it again. If I had the opportunity to unlearn everything and do it again, I would, and as soon as the remixed version comes out, I can guarantee you that I'll probably be jumping in there and doing that whole shindig again with all my friends. So yeah, that's basically my review, unless I think of anything else. Amazing staff, puzzles are very well balanced, with a couple flaws, but that's forgivable because of how, again, great the staff is and how great all the other puzzles are in general. Replayability, the remixed version, means that if you've already done it, check out the remix version. If you haven't already done it, then definitely go ahead, and if you like it as much as I did, you can do the remix version. If you haven't seen the anime, watch the anime before going in. You'll just enjoy it that much more, but even if you haven't seen the anime, I'm sure it's still an enjoyable experience. Yeah, that's all the major points. Why don't you tell me down in the comments below if you've been to this Attack on Titan escape room, what you thought of it, and if you kind of agree with my review or if you disagree with my review. Love to hear that, and kind of just want to talk to people more about it because it was so much fun, and it's weird that you feel nostalgic about things, like, instantly, but like 10 minutes after leaving that room, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was amazing. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it wholeheartedly. Stay positive and have an awesome day. I need to think of something to do after I say that, because, like, just kind of jerky. I don't like doing that. But then just standing here like this seems kind of murdery. Put in the comments below what you think I should do every time after I say stay positive and have an awesome day. It's gonna be a neato day.
You're gonna Riley, you know what I can do successfully behind you?
What?
Success.
Almost jump,
Success.
Alex.
Jump,
Alex, jump once.
Jump. Yeah!